This is a story from one of my solitary journeys, a 3-day trip to Urgam Valley. The first day of my journey ended with darshan at Kalpeshwar, Dhyan Badri, and Kshetrapal Sri Gantakarna Ji, followed by a long walk across the valley, surrounded by vibrant plantations of amaranth glowing in the evening light. But as night descended and I settled into my room, an inexplicable restlessness slowly began to surround me. From somewhere deep within, I found myself repeatedly chanting the names of Kshetrapal, Shriganta, Karna, and Kalpeshwar Mahadev, as if trying to steady my own mind. Then a strange thought crossed me. I should not have come here alone. Through the entire night, it felt as though someone kept pacing across the roof above my room, back and forth, without pause. In the pale cold of the next morning, I left for the Mali Bugyal trek. After a quiet breakfast, I began the ascent with a villager carrying a woven basket of fruits upon his back. The valley still looked beautiful in the morning light, but after the previous night, even beauty had begun to feel deceptive. For a long while, we walked through narrow mountain trails swallowed by dense forests. Eventually, we reached the small ashram of Urva Rishi, hidden deep within the wilderness like something forgotten by time itself. We rested there briefly and drank water from a nearby spring flowing down from the rocks. Perhaps the fear of the previous night had not fully left me, or perhaps something else truly was there. Because more than once, it felt as though someone was hiding within the bushes around us, watching silently, careful not to be seen. As we resumed the trek, the villager suddenly slowed down and looked toward the dark trees standing motionless across the jungle slope. A strange dread crawled through me. For a moment, I almost asked him what he had seen. But deep inside, I feared his answer would scare me enough to take retreat back to my stay. So I did not. He ignored the unease upon my face and quietly said, "Just keep walking forward." I was exhausted enough that the porter too could sense my condition, but the desire to reach our destination quickly kept my feet moving beside his. After trekking for a while longer, the rolling meadows of Mali Bugyal finally began appearing before us. The Bugyal itself stood silent. Then suddenly, a sharp sound echoed through the mountains, so sharp that I am certain even my porter heard it. He turned toward me for a brief moment and then pointed silently toward a large rock uphill, asking me to walk in that direction. As we climbed toward the rock, I noticed a lone tree standing nearby. Some figure seemed to be slowly emerging from behind it into the open. My breathing had almost stopped. Then, for a few long seconds, I could not understand what I was looking at. A large ox stood there silently, staring directly at us without moving. My porter exhaled in relief and quietly whispered that the animal had probably wandered up from some distant village below, searching for salt, or perhaps mistaking us for its ma'ali. Eventually, the ox turned and disappeared into the silence of Mali Bugyal. But even while returning to the stay, one thought continued troubling me. If it truly was only an ordinary ox searching for its shepherd, then why had it remained hidden within the forests all this while, silently following us from a distance instead of simply walking out into the open? And somehow, even now, I do not think my porter ever fully believed it was just an ox either.